bought this on Amazon. It's the Powerness portable lantern, and it's also an external battery pack. It works great, but there is a weak link, and that is this power button right here. So with that being said, the way this is designed is this front lens here actually presses on the switch. So this is the front lens, and then there's a plastic tab over that hits the switch. And the switch is very small and very narrow. So with that being said, if you push the button a little bit too hard or after a couple times, then the switch either moves this way or the opposing way, and so now it no longer will make contact. And at the same time, it's not fixed to the circuit board that well. So what I did is I went and modified it. So what you can do, because I can't return it on Amazon, I was away on a cycle tour, and unfortunately that's just how things go. But you can take backside of some tweezers or a key, and you just basically pry up gently, obviously. There we go. And come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, that part's up. Okay, so now that I have this, you can actually see inside there's a teeny little black switch. Oh, it's really hard to see. At any rate, it's basically right there. So that's the switch, and what it does is it flexes away from the board, and so there is some teeny holes. What I did is I actually took like a pick, and I came under the back side. I don't have a pick right here, but I came under the back side of that, and I just pulled it closer to the board, and I took a toothpick and put a teeny bit of super glue on there, and I just put a couple dabs of super glue in there and then let it dry. Then, because the surface area is extremely small, and just that little tab, you can tell if the switch moved this way or this way, it would no longer contact. So what I did is I sanded down this depression tab right here. I made it completely flat, and then I got a piece of plastic and I glued it around this whole area, but it's only glued right here. So when you push down, this flexes separately. And so now I have a bunch of contact area, but you gotta, whenever you do this, you have to make sure this is a super thin plastic so that you don't end up breaking this switch back away from this board. Then once you're all said and done and you make that correction, like if this is a little bit too thick, I just sanded it down with a Dremel, just very lightly. And you have to be a little cautious about this right here. You don't scrap on that. This is a kind of a flexible board, so you can kind of be a little bit brittle with it, but just be careful around that switch. So I put it in kind of at an angle and then lightly press it in. Sorry for the shaky camera, it's on the table that I'm trying to use. So now that this is together, I can push down and hold it. There we go. I wasn't pushing hard enough. Next mode. And I push and hold, and it'll turn off. So now it works again. But yeah, that's the fix. And yeah, wish you best of luck.